All right, check that out. C Notes. God, look at this. I got food with no gravy. Can you believe it? So, I got a special note on my diet. It says, no freaking gravy. Anyway, I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so I got that wolfed down. All but my grapes. These grapes are delicious. I can't even begin to describe how delicious these grapes are. I don't know. Now, I don't think it's a great idea for diabetic diet, but you know, kind of sugary there. But Jimmy Crack Corn, I don't care. What's this? 2 meals in a row, no gravy? Are you kidding me? Well. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, so what is this? Day 8. Now this is second Saturday. It's I'll have to get the date. I think it's the 9th. Maybe even the 10th. Of January. So, kind of had a wild ride yesterday. Day before, I got another plasma unit. Try to use some of the antibodies, get rid of this crap, and had a little bit, Benadryl, snafu, and all that with it. Felt tired and kind of wore out after I got that. Following morning, after kind of sleeping, I did not feel well at all. It was kind of bad. And we had some talk about the next level of air. There's a BiPAP machine thing. It's basically a forced induction. So one level below the ventilator. So that was my morning, and really weirdly, by the afternoon, I felt spectacular. I could breathe really well. I mean, it was amazing. It was odd. So I got this thing dialed in good, and it's still working good. So, I forget they call this a high flow nasal cannula or something like that. But anyway, by late last night, kind of had another little breathing spat. Could have been me just moving around too much. I jostle myself either in the chair or in the bed, move between the chair and the bed, having to do, normal biological activities can kind of be tiring. So anyway, last night I had a little breathing thing. Figured out a better position to sit in to get that sorted out. So then it's a little time. Just kind of be patient and go easy. So first thing is for me not to get too winded to begin with. Second thing is figure out how to recover when you do get winded. So like I was saying, have to take a break, not get too winded. So there'll be a bunch of little broke up chopped pieces here. But got the O2 sorted out, right? My current O2 levels are 95, 96, depending on how I'm resting or whatever. I think the lady said it had been 100, like all the way up to the top. Now, that's with a lot of oxygen, so there's still that little wrinkle. But biggest challenge here now is to try to get this junk out of my lungs. Now they're calling it COVID pneumonia or something like that. It's not your normal pneumonia. If you've ever had it, it feels like Rice Krispies popping in your chest when you breathe in. That's like normal pneumonia. You get a little whatever antibiotic on that thing, and within 24 to 48 hours, you feel a hell of a lot better. And it takes care of it, right? At least that's been my experience with pneumonia. This is some really stubborn, stuck crud in your lungs. And a couple of cautions here, okay? Not medical doctor or anything like that, right? All those caveats and whatever. But what I'm hearing people talk about, the doctor's like, if you feel like you've got your other symptoms, you've got your high temperature, diarrhea, loss of taste, that kind of stuff, and you start to feel winded, best thing you can do before you even start to feel winded is sleep and sit in the right positions. All right, so don't lay on your back. That's number one. Don't lay kind of reclined in a recliner. That's number two. That's almost as bad as laying on your back. That's how this stuff gets in and settles and really gets stubborn in your lungs. So they say they'd like people, as odd as this may sound, sleep on your stomach. Normally I think doctors say don't sleep on your stomach, but in this particular case, for your pulmonary stuff, it keeps you opened up, right? It's the best chance to get the most oxygen flow into your lungs, keep you from getting this stuff real bad. If you can't do that, sleep on your side. Sleep sitting up on your side. So that's sort of a little bit of a tidbit, hinto tremendo, whatever you want to call it, advice. Again, not medical device, or, medical doctor guy here, but that's basically what I've been getting told, is make sure that you don't let this stuff get in your lungs. Because I've been here 8 days, and we're still working real hard at getting this stuff out of my lungs. So I haven't been given a really great gauge of how long it takes to start to break this stuff up out of your lungs. I heard 8 days, I heard whatever, so I'd like to think 8 days, that'd be good. Start breaking some of this stuff up. But I just don't know. So I'm going to show you something here real quick. So I don't know, in another video I showed this little gizmo. You're supposed to breathe in this blue tube. You're supposed to raise this little white thing. And the goal is 3,500. When I arrived here last Saturday, I could pull it up to 2,500. That was a struggle. 2,000 and 2,500, I could get that kind of range. Today, I probably can't even hardly get 1,500. Right? So I've been in this hospital 8 days. Getting all the treatments for COVID for 8 days. And my lung capacity is still going down. So, again, cautionary, public service announcement, not medical doctor advice. You really want to pay attention to this COVID nonsense and not pull what I did, which is typical guy, stubborn dumbassery, where I waited too long to come to the doctor. So don't be a hero, because it'll turn you into zero real quick. All right. So anyway, that's my warning, my cautionary tale, my public service announcement, whatever. And other exciting news, and also way too TMI. Finally did have a bowel movement after like 12 days yesterday. But because all these hoses and all the way were connected and all this stuff, I got to use the 1850s outhouse version of the facilities. It was genius. I was like, really? This is the best we can do? But it is what it is. Serve a purpose, and a good step with other bodily systems coming back online, right? So, now, here's this high flow machine, and it blows. I think you can hardly see that bag. That is a big bag, though. Hang on, and it's just like saline water or something like that. But it's blowing so much air and so forcefully in your nose that without that bag, it burns. Ask me how I know. So that bag ran out this morning, and they didn't put a new one. And that about choked me to death. It was bad because there's so much air running in your nose that it is like trying to breathe in an oven. You just breathe this super hot air. It is totally not comfortable, and to the point where you're kind of like trying not to get the air. It's that hot. That's what it feels like. It's just because the volume of O2 coming through your nasal passage. So that was a little unpleasant, but we got it sorted. Got a new bag. Everything seems to be working. All right, I also want to say thank you to everybody who's reaching out. I did not realize how many friends I actually had. It was really kind of humbling. All of the people, hey, how you doing, whatever, people watching the video, that kind of stuff. Like, I really appreciate y'all, reaching out and just saying, hey. Some folks are calling me and want to chat, which I like to listen, given the current situation, but totally not necessary. Please, I mean, I am bored AF, most of the day, but I do appreciate hearing from a couple people a day or so. So anyway, it's been real nice. I can't believe how many people, old high school classmates, people I haven't talked to in years, reaching out, sending well wishes or whatever. So again, hey, really, really appreciate you. All right, so that's pretty much it for this update, I think. I mean, I know my brother and others have questions. Right now, because of my situation or whatever, the easiest thing for me to do is respond to a comment on a YouTube video. Facebook and all these other things are sort of like elusive at this point because I don't normally have it installed on my phone and all that. So anyway, you got questions or something like that, like I don't have to breathe hard to type. So happy to answer questions. I know a bunch of y'all throwing some love in there too. So again, appreciate that. So anyway, all right. That'll be this update. I might have another update later tonight or early tomorrow. Kind of go through the whole spin up process of this nasty bit. But anyway, I'll talk to you later.